Welcome back to the next class. In this class, we'll be discussing about ray diagrams of concave mirror and as well as a convex mirror for different positions of the object in front of the mirrors. Now, first of all, we'll be discussing about ray diagrams of concave mirror for different positions of the object. In this, first position of the object is at infinity. If the object is at infinity, for example, sun you consider. Okay, if I place the concave mirror in front of the sun, who is at infinite distance, all the light rays which are coming from the sun are, if they are parallel to principal axis, all the light rays are coming, they are parallel to each other and they are parallel to principal axis. If they fall on the reflecting surface of the concave mirror, and how the light rays will behave and where the image is formed. Okay, we'll be talking about the nature or orientation of the image, and even we'll complete the ray diagram related to that. Now, this is a concave mirror. Okay, and here we have this is a pole and it is a focus and it is a center of curvature. If all the light rays coming from, for example, all the light rays are coming from the object which is infinite distance, if they are parallel to principal axis. For example, the first incident ray is parallel to principal axis. Okay, this is incident ray 1 and another incident ray I am going to draw here. This is incident ray 2, I2. So after reflection, the reflected light rays, I explained already in rules related to the ray diagrams, how the rays will behave, reflected rays. So if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection, the reflected rays will pass through focus. Like this is the reflected ray, and here we are having one more reflected ray, like this. Okay, so this is reflected ray 1, this is reflected ray 2, this is R1, I will name it as, and I will name it this one as R2. So the reflected light rays are going to converge at one particular point. Here the image is formed. All the light rays which are coming from the sun, they are parallel to the principal axis. The incident rays are parallel to principal axis. After reflection, they meet at where? At focus. Now the image is real. What nature of the image or orientation of the image? Image is real, inverted, highly diminished or point size, formed at where? At focus. So sir, why it is a real image? You may get one doubt. I already explained in the previous classes what is a real image and what is a virtual image. Okay, the image is formed in front of the mirror, and the image is caught on the screen. If I place one screen here, for example, one white paper or some other screen, we can see the image of the sun clearly as a clear dot. Okay, so hence the image is formed in front of the mirror. Hence it is a real image, and image is like a dot. Hence it is highly diminished or point sized, and image will be inverted, upside down. Okay, sun anyway it is circular. We know that image will appear circular only, but it is dot like and formed at a focus. This is a first for the first position of the object. If the object is at infinity. If the object is at infinity, image is real, inverted, highly diminished or point size, formed at a focus. Is it clear? Now we are having a second second ray diagram. If the object is beyond C. Now the second ray diagram, position of the object is beyond C. If the object is beyond C, how the image will be? That will be discussing. Now object is at beyond C. Okay, now this is pole and it is focus and it is center of curvature. Now I am going to place the object beyond C. I will place the object beyond C. For example, I am going to place one candle. Okay, I placed one candle that is at beyond C. Now if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, this is incident ray, I1 you consider. If the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, the reflected ray passes through where? Through focus. The reflected ray will pass through focus. Next, second ray. If the incident ray passes through what? Focus. If now the incident ray is passing through focus, for example, this is incident ray. If it is passing through focus, now I will name it as I2. Okay, and you can name this one as R1. Now the reflected ray will be parallel to principal axis as we discussed in case of rules. Okay, how the reflected light rays will behave, and the image will be formed between what? C and F. That is, image is, how the image is, object is erect, image is inverted. Now if I talk about the orientation or nature of the image image is real, because image is formed on the screen, can be caught on the screen. Real, image is real, and it is upside down, inverted. Image is real, inverted, and compared to the size of the object, image size is smaller. So real, inverted, diminished, formed. Between what and what it is formed? Between C and F, center of curvature and focus. Formed between C and F. Remember this. Is it clear? Okay, I hope you all understood how the rays are going to behave. This is a reflected ray. It's better to indicate by using a letter R2, because of some students may get confusion while drawing the rays which is incident, which is reflected. Immediately I have to show the direction and name them as I1, R1, I2, R2, like that. Then it is very easy to understand, and it is very easy to understand, okay, to the sir or teacher who is correcting your paper. Is it clear? Come on, next one. Next is object is placed at C, and some students feel difficult how to draw this, because exactly the rays are not going to meet at a C, near C. So then I will show you a simple technique to draw during examination very fastly to complete this particular ray diagram, because it may consume time if you won't draw with a simple technique. Now next, object is placed at where? Now the third one is object is placed at C. Now object is at C. Okay. Now how this will be? Now this is concave mirror, and this is pole, and this is focus, and this is center of curvature. So I will mark this one here as a C, because I have to draw the object. Now the object is here I placed. If the object is at C, image is also at C. A simple understanding purpose, if you are having a basic idea where the image is formed, it's better to draw the image before only, then we can able to make the light rays to meet exactly. Okay, now listen. Now the incident ray, this is incident ray, and it is reflected ray. Now second incident ray, and it is reflected ray. If you draw like this, I am drawing the object before only and even the image before only. If you draw like this, it becomes much easier, because sometimes it may take much time to make the light rays exactly to meet, okay, on the line of a center of curvature. That is exactly here. If you unable to meet, means it may consume time. So to make it easier, I am going to follow a simple technique. I am going to instruct you to follow this particular technique, a simple way to draw the ray diagram when the object is at C. Now the object is at C, image is also at C. Image is what type of image is, what difference do you observe? Any difference in this? Nothing. That is, now what object is placed at C. Now image, nature of the image is real. in front of the mirror can be caught on the screen, real, and inverted only, upside down, and almost the size of the object and the image is same. Okay, so you may get some problem here. Okay, so real, inverted. Okay, next is same size, formed at where C, object at C, image is also at C, and this is I told you already, you name it as this is I1 and this is R1 and this is I2 and even this is R2. It's better to name them to avoid confusion. So next object at C is completed. Now object is between C and F. The next ray diagram. Now the object is placed between C and F. Only for the object which is at C, you have to follow the technique. And if you are having confidence that I will make the light rays to meet exactly on the line of center of curvature, no need to draw the image before, only means no need to draw. But if you are having any doubt whether they meet or not, it's better to draw, as I mentioned before, that is in case of C. Now, but here, now the object is placed between C and F, center of curvature and focus. Now, this is a concave mirror and it is pole of the mirror and this is a focus and this is center of curvature. Now the object is placed between C and F. I am going to place the object here. Okay, so this is a candle, for example. I am placing the object. Now the first incident ray, the incident ray is if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection it passes through where? Through focus. This is reflected. This is I1 and this is R1. Next one, second ray will be how it is. The second ray will be, I will draw the second ray. Second ray, if it is passing through focus like this, after reflection, it is parallel to principal axis. This is, now this is reflected ray. I will name it as I2 and this is as R2. Now, the image is formed beyond C. Now, I will draw the image for this. The image is formed beyond C and here the rays are going to converge and the image will be formed here. Okay. Now, the image, how the image is, object size is smaller and the image size is somewhat larger. Now, the image is, nature of the image is, image is real because it can be caught on the screen. Real, inverted, enlarged, okay, or magnified, formed where it is after C, that is beyond C. Is it clear? So the nature of the image is real. It is on the screen. If you place the screen, image is formed on the screen. Image is real, inverted, enlarged or magnified, formed beyond C. Next one is the next ray diagram we'll be discussing. That is, I hope you all understood this, how to draw. Please, while watching the video, simultaneously you try to practice the diagram, then you will understand more easily. And most of the students may feel somewhat difficult while drawing ray diagrams. Okay, in my view, if you concentrate when the explanation is going on, it becomes much easier to understand. Please make sure to practice simultaneously when you are listening to the class, that is when you are watching the video. Next one is object is placed at a focus. Now at focus. Now object is placed at a focus. Now how the ray image will be. Now this is and here we have, this is a pole and this is a focus and this is a center of curvature. Sir, how the rays will be. Now object is placed at where? Object is placed at now the object is placed at focus. Now the incident ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection, it passes through where? It passes through focus. This is reflected ray and this is I1 you consider. This is R1. No, there is no chance of incidenting the second ray onto the focus, because the object is itself on the focus, and how the ray will pass through the focus, it's very difficult. Then we can opt two ways to draw this ray diagram. Now the second ray, now I already told the fourth rule in the previous video, that is, if the incident ray is, two ways are there. If the incident ray is passed obliquely onto the pole of the mirror and reflects by the same angle from the other side of the principal axis, and like this propagates. This is I2 and this is R2. Now, did you observe, is they are meeting here? No, they are not converging. They are propagating parallel to each other, and they will travel infinite distance. So you can consider the image is formed at infinity. Image is formed at infinity. So the image is formed at, this is a very easy way of drawing this ray diagram related to the object at a focus. Now one more way is there, that is ray coming from center of curvature and ray coming from the object and passing through center of curvature. There is also one technique is there, even I will show that also. So this is according to me, according to students point of view also, even view also. So they will understand more easily if you follow this particular thing. Now the image is, now before that I will write the orientation for this. Image is real and it is inverted only, inverted, okay, magnified, formed at infinity. Okay, image is at infinity. Enlarged image is formed, magnified, or enlarged. We can mention inverted, enlarged. Okay, enlarged or magnified, formed at infinity. So this is the nature of the image if the object is at focus. Sir, what is the other way to draw this ray diagram? If the reflected ray is passing through center of curvature, means, even I will explain that also. So because most of the books will be having that particular ray diagram only, but for students convenience and understanding purpose, I explained this one initially. Now next one is, we'll be talking about another way to draw this. This is a pole of the mirror and it is a focus and it is a center of curvature. Now the object is placed at a focus. Now see, as usual, the incident ray, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection passes through focus. You know this, passes through focus. And ray which is coming from the object, if it is reflected onto the surface, reflecting surface of the mirror, the reflected ray bounces back, okay, the same angle through the center of curvature. This is reflected. This is I1, you consider this is R1, and here we are having I2 and this is R2. Okay, so is both the light rays are going to meet? No, they are not meeting. The image is formed at where, that is, the image is formed at infinity. Image will be at infinity. So that is, we can follow the first way of drawing the ray diagram when the object is at focus. Even you can opt this also according to your choice, your convenience, your comfort, while you are drawing the diagram in examination. Okay, so same, the nature we can write the same way, that is, image is real, inverted, enlarged or magnified, and formed at infinity. Okay, so this is the nature of the image or orientation. Next we have is, object is placed between P and F. The last ray diagram related to the concave mirror, object is placed at not at, that is between F and P, or P and F, between P and F. Now the last ray diagram related to the concave mirrors, object is between P and F, nothing but pole and focus. So now we'll draw this. This is a pole and this is a focus and it is center of curvature. Now we are going to place the object at where? On between pole and focus. Here I placed the object. Now listen how the rays will behave. The incident ray, as usual, parallel to principal axis, after reflection passes through focus. Second ray, okay, second ray you can draw like this, that is obliquely onto the pole of the mirror, and the reflected diverges. See, divergence is observed. Now if I extend these rays backwards, extend backward, and they appear such that they are going to meet at one particular point behind the mirror, okay, and here will be the image is formed. So the image is what? Image is formed behind the mirror. It is a virtual image. In the mirror the image will be, so it cannot be caught on the screen, so hence it is a virtual image. Image is virtual, erect. It is not inverted, it is erect only. Erect, enlarged, or we can write magnified. Magnified, formed behind the mirror. Okay. So, sir, we can draw the ray even through center of curvature, means you can draw. Even I will explain that also. Okay, this is much easier compared with the, okay, the center of curvature. Now, I will name it as, this is I1 and this is R1, this is I2 and it is R2. Very easy to remember this. Okay. Next one is, the other way to draw this particular diagram is the ray, reflected ray through center of curvature. Okay, even I will show you that also, because in textbooks, most of the textbooks you won't be having this one. In you'll be having the other way to draw this particular ray diagram. That is the ray passing through center of curvature. Now this is a concave mirror and this is a pole and it is a focus and it is center of curvature. Now listen, the object is between P and F. This is object. Okay, as usual, the incident ray is parallel to principal axis. After reflection passes through focus. Okay, next one, next ray. To make it clear, I will use different ink. That is, this is incident ray, and reflected ray. Now this is reflected ray. Now if I extend the back forth these rays, so such that they are going to meet at one particular point, okay, inside the mirror, and the image is formed in the mirror. Now if I name the rays here, this is I1 and this is R1, here is I2 and this is R2 consider, because coming in the center path of center of curvature, passing through center of curvature, and the image is formed here. There is a in the mirror, and the orientation of the image is what? It is virtual, because in the mirror. Now cannot be caught on the screen. It is in the mirror, virtual, and image is erect, and image is enlarged or magnified, formed behind the mirror. Is it clear? Virtual in itself in the mirror only, but to make it clear, I'm going to write even behind the mirror. So these are the ray diagrams related to concave mirror. I hope you got a clear understanding about this particular ray diagrams. Okay, if you like my explanation, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.